Now Ian Moet controls the tip, loses the basketball on the baseline pass, and Lehman into the front court just like that. Herrera driving down the right side of the lane. Now he'll pull up. Guarded tightly here by McManus, big-time mismatch, 5'8" on 6'3". Now back over here to the left wing to Isaiah Gonzalez. Gonzalez gives it back over to Herrera. Herrera trying to create some opportunities here on the dribble drive. Can't do it. Gives it up here to Isaiah Gonzalez. Gonzalez will work it back to Cantu. Cantu, tall guard on Ian Moet at 6'1". Now over to the right wing here to Gonzalez. Gonzalez again trying to play the half-court game. 45 seconds into it. First possession for Lehman. Trying to dribble drive as Herrera. Loose ball on the ground. Picked up, diving for it is Rory Monroe. He comes up with a loose ball and tosses it over to KJ Adams. Adams averaging about 23 points a ball game, rifles a pass down on the baseline, and going up with the shot on the right block is Ian Moet. Moet can't come out with it, but he gets his own rebound, gets it over to McManus. McManus back over to Moet. Moet down low, driving inside Daniel Villarreal and tying up the basketball. Is it a foul or a jump ball? It's going to be a jump ball, says the officials, and the possession arrow will belong to the Lehman Lobos. So no score as we are just underway here. 6:50 to play in the opening quarter. Joe Taylor joining you live on Albinett Court here from the campus of Westlake High School, is putting that 42-game winning streak here in district play on the line. The Westlake Chaparrals, again, a team with nothing to lose, and the Lehman Lobos trying to stay alive mathematically in the playoffs. Now Herrera trying to create some space here, gets it to the right wing as Lehman moves left to right. Fadeaway jumper here from Cantu from the right block, just outside the lane, no good. And the outlet pass going to KJ Adams, back over to Ian Moet. Moet still playing with that sling on his finger. Actually, he's kind of taped it up a little bit. We remind you that about a week and a half ago, he had a slight break in that pinky finger on his shooting hand. Now Villarreal driving into the elbow, doesn't have it, gets it back out to McManus. Good ball movement here as they work it all the way to the corner to Rory Monroe. KJ Adams goes up strong, has his shot altered. He comes down with the offensive rebound, and on the putback, he is fouled. So Marcus Cantu picks up the first foul of the ball game, first team foul. As KJ steps to the line, a 76% free throw shooter, and gets the first point of the ball game via the free throw. So it is now 1-0 as we are 2 minutes into the first quarter action here, as both teams kind of get used to playing basketball here. And KJ drills the second one. He now has two. Westlake leads 2-0. Possession arrow actually belongs to Westlake, so the next dead ball is into the front court goes Herrera. Herrera gets it over to the left wing here to Gonzalez. Gonzalez trying to set up Marcus Cantu at the top of the arc, picked up by McManus. A dribble between the legs, and now a pass over to Gonzalez. Now over to the left wing here. Trying to get involved is Herrera as he works the basketball back over to Cantu. They're trying like heck to get it to Salinas, their leading scorer. He just has not had a chance to handle the basketball as KJ Adams will not let him out of his sight. Cantu down on the block, tries to get it over here to William Green. Green has the ball go off the fingertips and out of bounds, so it's a turnover here for Lehman as they trail 2-0 with 5:24 to play here in the first quarter. Only one foul called in the first 2.5 minutes of play here. Now pushing the effort is Ian Moet. Moet gets it over to McManus. McManus trying to get over to the right wing here to Moet, creating space here for KJ on the block. KJ, and a good pass on the interior. Elevating for the pass is Rory Monroe. Monroe gets tied up. Waiting for a 3-second violation was Coach Viatric for the Lehman Lobos. Didn't get it, and it'll be a jump ball. And like I mentioned before, the possession arrow will belong to the Westlake Chaparrals. So they will retain possession here with 5:06 to play in the opening quarter. Chaps lead by 2. As Villarreal takes the inbound pass and hands it right back to Ian Moet. Now kicks it over to the left corner, and this one for 3. KJ Adams buries it as he rips the nylon. Good looking shot here for KJ, and now it's a 5-0 lead. He has all 5 points, does KJ. 23-9. His last trip out on the floor of Austin High. Now driving here is Gonzalez. Gonzalez kicks it over here to Marcus Cantu, who elevates from the right corner for three. That one is no good. Pulling down the rebound is Moat. Moat into the front court to McManus. Over to KJ Roy for three on the cross-court pass from the corner. That one goes over the iron and into the arms of Jarek Salinas. Salinas gives it over to Cantu in transition, trying to drive through the double team. Now the ball's poked away by Moat. Moat over to KJ. KJ with a bounce pass to Villarreal. Villarreal puts up the shot on the block. That one's no good. Fighting for the rebound. His own rebound is Villarreal. And Villarreal goes up and he is fouled. The shot is no good, but Villarreal will head to the line. Good looking effort there by Daniel Villarreal, who is an 83% free throw shooter. Second trip to the line for Westlake. His first shot is up, and it is good. So Daniel Villarreal on the board here with the first points not scored by KJ Adams. Second shot is up and good for Daniel Villarreal. It is now a 7-0 run here to open things up for Westlake. 4:15 to play here in the opening quarter, and Lehman yet to score. Over to the right wing here, and Marcus Cantu trying to calmly figure things out. Now trying to get out of the half-court trap here with a bounce pass is Gonzalez. He gets it over to Green. Green driving, puts up the shot. His shot is altered. He has to pass out of it. And now the loose ball is actually picked up by McManus. McManus on the steal. Into transition to KJ. KJ finds Ian Moat. Moat squares up on the left block to put up a strong shot off the glass. And it is good. A 30-second timeout's called by Lehman. It's a 9-0 run to start things off here for the Westlake Chaparrals. Back in a moment. This is Westlake basketball. It'll be Lehman basketball. Now full court press shown here. Getting some opportunities is Cade Mankel. Mankel is checked in the ball game here. Cade Mankel, the 6'5 junior guard. 32% shooter from the field as he now picks up defensively Isaiah Gonzalez. Now Gonzalez getting it over to Cantu. Cantu trying to work some magic here. Fighting through Westlake's very difficult half-court zone defense here. Now Emilio Herrera with the ball at the top of the arc. Back over to Cantu, working around a Green screen, trying to drive in. Gives it off to Green. Green's shot is swatted away by Daniel Villarreal, and he keeps the basketball. He starts the transition over to Mankel. Mankel looking to lob it up top for KJ Adams. Doesn't have it as he runs out of real estate, but the ball is last touched by Lehman. So a good look by Mankel to try to lob it up for KJ Adams. He just didn't have room on the baseline, and this is going to bring in Diego Schleppe. Schleppe will replace McManus. Diego, the 6-foot junior guard, 46% shooter. But he's got that mark 40% from three-point land as the substitution has gone in, and have to see what the stoppage of play was all about there. It's going to be Lehman basketball. Looked like there might have been an issue away from the basketball, but no foul called. Actually, there was a foul called, and I believe it was on Lehman. So now on the missed layup here on the block by Cantu. Once again, Westlake trying to force transition, backing up as Ian Moat on the left wing. Tries to get it down low here to KJ Adams. The ball is tipped away momentarily. KJ tried to get it, as did Ian Moat. Moat knew that the pass wasn't necessarily as good as he can make it, and he tried to attack the basketball to get it back, but the ball went out of bounds before he could do so. Herrera coming up the timeline here across the left side of the court. Will back up here, picked up defensively by Diego Schleppe. It is still 9-0. 2:28 to play here in the first quarter. Westlake out to a 9-0 lead. Herrera trying to drive, gives it off here in the lane to Green. Green with a turnaround jumper from the right side of the lane. That's no good. Rebound Ian Moat. Moat out into the front court here to Schleppe. Schleppe looking for Mankel on the right wing. Back over to Schleppe. Now trying to find it inside. There's the lob pass here to KJ Adams. KJ with the touch pass to Villarreal. He has one dribble and then tries to drive it up towards the line, and he cannot get the shot off. And the last touched. We'll have to see. It's actually going to be, they're actually going to call the foul on Daniel Villarreal. So he picks up his first personal foul. He actually drew some contact there, so he's going to actually come out of the game as he's favoring his right wrist. We'll have to see what happened there, but taking his spot momentarily here is Preston Clark. The 6'5 sophomore forward is checked in here for Villarreal. Now, Oscar Montalvo is in the ball game here as the dribble drive point guard. He gets in the game and immediately provides the game's first field goal for Lehman, as Oscar Montalvo with a really nice dribble drive as he puts up the runner from the left side of the lane. And now Lehman on the board, down 7, 9-2 with 1 minute and 35 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Schleppe with the basketball, gets it over to Cade Mankel. Mankel over to the left wing here to Ian Moat, trying to set up KJ Adams. Now he goes baseline, bites through the double team, passes out of it to Cade Mankel. Mankel for three. That one too strong. Tipped by Schleppe, but controlled by Lehman. Now into the front court is Salinas. Salinas operating with the basketball, trying to create something. He fires up a line drive, three-point shot, and that is good as Salinas is on the board, and just like that, the lead is cut to 4. A 5-0 run here in back-to-back possessions. Montalvo with the runner, and now a three-pointer here by Salinas. It's a 9-5 lead for Westlake. KJ Adams trying to rip through this Lehman defense. KJ trying to pass out to Schleppe. The ball's poked away. Schleppe touched it last, and the ball will belong to the Lehman Lobos. And they will have control of the basketball in the final minute as they have fought back here after not getting a free throw or a field goal here in the opening moments of this game here in the first quarter. Now Montalvo trying to dribble drive in. Gives it up here to Dante Davis. Davis had the ball ripped away from him. Now on the transition, the pass down low to Ian Moat. Too strong. It goes out of bounds. Last touched by Westlake, so it will be Lehman basketball. Despite the steal on the other end, Westlake unfortunately unable to convert on the offensive side. Now Marcus Cantu into the front court, I should say, as he hands the ball off to Isaiah Gonzalez. Gonzalez now trying to dribble, gives it up here to Oscar Montalvo. Montalvo trying to dribble drive in, gets it off into the block here. Now Davis trying to make a move on the block against Clark, can't do it. Gets it back out to Montalvo. Montalvo back over to Cantu. Cantu dribbling, driving, pops a shot from 8 feet out, and that one is good. So Marcus Cantu on the board. It is a 7-0 run, and now Lehman only trailing by 2 in the final seconds. KJ with the basketball, steps back, long two-pointer. That one rattles in off the back iron, the front iron, the back iron, and falls through for the last moment to score for KJ Adams, who finishes with 7 of the 11 points, and that is the score. Westlake leading Lehman 11-7. We welcome you back to the second quarter. Westlake leading 11-7 as Lehman on the floor here with Oscar Montalvo along with Dante Davis. And speaking of Davis, a long two-point shot here from the right wing, no good. Cade Mankel with the rebound and the outlet here to KJ Adams over to Ian Moat. Moat finishes with the left hand. A beautiful job there in transition as Mo is on the board with his first field goal. He has 2 points. It's now a 13-7 clip here for the Westlake Chaparrals as they have scored in back-to-back possessions at the end of the first quarter and the beginning moments of the second quarter. It's 13-7. Lead has been as large as 9. Dante Davis dribbling down the right sideline, putting up the small baby hook shot, and it is good. So Davis on the board here with his first 2 points, 13-9. KJ Adams now dribbling into the lane, drawing the double team, losing a handle on the basketball, following up with his effort towards the glass. He finishes at the left block and somehow gets the shot off, and it falls. So it counts for KJ, his first bucket of the second quarter. He now has 9 points, but he has an opportunity here for an and one. Into the ball game now is Donjay Collier. The and one opportunity no good here for KJ as he misses his first free throw. Daniel Villarreal is checked into the game. He tries the offensive rebound, puts up the shot. It's no good as his shot is altered. Lehman comes down with the loose ball, and now ripped pass over here to the near side, trying to get in is Collier. Collier now passes back out and resets here with Isaiah Gonzalez. Back over to Cantu. Now Montalvo with the basketball, trying to reset the half-court offense here for the Lehman Lobos. Trying to work around a screen here, can't do it. Gives up the basketball to Cantu. Cantu trying to drive into the lane. That shot altered by Villarreal. Villarreal comes down with the rebound. Now Roy Monroe in transition. From Mankel to Monroe. Monroe back to Mankel. Mankel buries the three-pointer, but a foul was called before that happened. And that is the first team foul, or second team foul, first personal foul for Rory Monroe. And 3 team fouls for the Lehman Lobos, 2 for Westlake. So Roy Monroe picks up another quick personal foul here. That's the second team foul, 15-9. Now Montalvo trying to dribble drive his way around Diego Schleppe. Can't do it. Gets it back out here to the right wing to Collier. Collier driving into the lane. Puts up the shot. The shot is good. Count it. And the foul. Beautiful job there by Collier as he knifed his way through the lane with Daniel Villarreal all over him, and DV picks up the foul. Beautiful job there by Collier. That's Villarreal's second personal foul, team's fourth foul. And Connor McManus will check back into the ball game here as Collier will go to the line. Donja Collier puts up his and one opportunity, and it is good. So he has 3 points here in the quarter. It is now a 2-point advantage for Westlake, 15-13. Diego Schleppe hands the ball off to Mankel. Mankel over to McManus. Motion offense here over to the right wing to Diego. Schleppe driving, puts up the runner. That one no good. Rebound Lehman. Now Montalvo pulls down the board into the front court here. Has an open window, and Collier goes right to the rim. This one is going to be a goaltend on Westlake as KJ Adams kind of reached up into the cylinder and affected the shot. So Collier will get credit for that bucket. And folks, here we are with 5:49 to play in the first half, and Westlake and Lehman are tied. Now at the top of the arc here is Connor McManus. McManus with a wide open three-point shot. That one is no good. I apologize, there was a little mistake on the scoreboard. It's actually 15-12, so Westlake still has a 3-point advantage. KJ Adams over to McManus. Diego Schleppe will reset the half-court offense from McManus. He'll give it back over to Connor. Now Connor guarded tightly here by Montalvo. Back up to the top of the arc here to Daniel Villarreal. Villarreal hands off to Schleppe. Schleppe looking for KJ Adams. Thought about a three. Now gives it up to Schleppe as they kind of calm the pace down here on the motion offense. Looking to go around a DB screen. KJ trying to fight through it. Finds a spot up three opportunity here for Diego Schleppe. And Schleppe drills it. Beautiful shot there by Diego as the man with a 40% average from beyond the arc just connected. It's now an 18-12 lead, back up to a 6-point advantage in the final 4:50 here. Picking up his dribble is Montalvo. Montalvo trying to get it away. Back out here to Salinas. Salinas back over to Montalvo. Montalvo for three. And a foul is going to be called, I believe, on KJ Adams as he kind of shoved Salinas out of the way. That's KJ's first personal foul. Now inbounding the basketball will be Salinas. He'll get it out to Donja Collier. Collier trying to make a move against Preston Clark, who's checked into the ball game. Preston's going to pick up this foul. The shot is up. It's no good. But Collier will go to the line. So that's the 16th foul, the first personal foul for the 6'5" sophomore forward. Collier with two shots, and he buries the first one. So Collier on a little bit of a run here in the second quarter. He started the quarter off with the made bucket on the and one. And it looks like they're trying to figure out if they've got the right time on the board or if they've got the right amount of team fouls. And they're checking the book right now, so it's an official timeout with right now the score being 18-12, or it should be 18-13. And it looks like they've got it back right now. There's a bit of a problem with the scoreboard, and it looks like the officials kind of took notice, and that is exactly what they've done. They've corrected the score. So with 4:32 to play here in the second quarter, the official score now is 18-15. Collier with a free throw coming. And that one bricks off the front iron. Rebound Preston Clark. He gets it over to KJ Adams into the transition. That ball poked out of bounds there. Good defense in transition by Isaiah Gonzalez. So it's an 18-15 advantage, 3 points here as Mankel will inbound to Ian Moat, who gets it back out to Mankel. Mankel with the left-handed dribble, picked up defensively by Gonzalez, gets it over to Moat. Moat picked up by Montalvo, now to the top of the arc here to Clark. Clark with a good look down low. KJ Adams has his shot rejected. Lehman coming down the front court here is Montalvo. Montalvo kicks it back out here to the top of the arc to Gonzalez, gets it over to Cantu on the right wing. Now reset the half-court offense here. Westlake leading by 3. They've had a lead as large as 9 Now Cantu trying to dribble drive his way around McManus. Drives in the lane, gives it up to Collier. Collier wasn't ready for the pass, and the ball tipped out of bounds. They're going to say that the ball was last touched by Westlake. Wow. So Lehman will get another opportunity here on the bounce pass in. That pass is stolen by Moat. Moat in transition on the hustle, trying to get down here to Connor McManus. McManus with a wide open shot with the right hand. That one no good as it's too strong, but KJ is there for the putback. 4 points in the quarter for KJ. It's now 20-15 Westlake. Lead back up to 5 as Cantu drives towards the baseline, trying to make a move on the block, turnaround jumper off the glass, no good. And pulling down the rebound is McManus. McManus into the open court here as Moat tries to dish it off here to McManus. The ball's taken away from him. Montalvo with a 1-on-2 break, gets it back over to Salinas. Salinas walked with the basketball as he tried to pick up his pivot foot and drive to the hole. So it's a 20-15 lead right now as the turnover will allow Westlake an additional possession here. 16 fouls for Westlake, just 3 for Lehman. Ian Moat coming across the timeline here, picked up by Montalvo. Oscar's been quite the spark plug as he scored the first field goal. And now KJ Adams elevates from the left wing. That shot no good, way off, as it doesn't even catch iron. 3 minutes to play here in the first half. And now Montalvo trying to drive against Mankel with the jump stop here. He puts up the shot from the left elbow. That one no good, just inside the free throw line. And McManus pulls down the rebound. He comes into the front court to reset the half-court offense. Gets it over to Mankel. Mankel with the left-handed dribble down to the post to KJ Adams. Adams with the double team. Leans in, puts up the shot. The shot is good. And KJ will go to the line. Foul's going to be called on Donjik Collier. Naj Collier for short, as Naj picks up his first personal foul, 4th team foul for Westlake. KJ puts up the shot, and the and one is good. (23-15) now, as Montalvo gives up the rock here to Salinas. Salinas picked up defensively here by KJ Adams. Adams staying right with him here in this tight zone defense. Now back over to Cantu, who's trying to shake Mankel. Cantu driving all the way through the lane. Gives up the easy shot here to Collier. Collier elevates, thought he was going to try to slam it home, but he kind of ran out of real estate and just put the ball in. It's a good job there by Collier to kind of alter his shot momentarily to put the ball in. Now a 3-point shot coming here from the top of the arc, and answering is Ian Moat. Moat with 5 points here in the quarter, and that's a big-time three-pointer that gets the lead back up to 26-17. And now Cantu in the front court, over to the right corner here to Montalvo, and now a whistle away from the basketball. We'll have to see what this one's all about. Obviously, it occurs on the floor.
Foul on Westlake, number 30, Preston Clark.
So Preston Clark picks up his second personal foul, team's 7th foul. They're into the bonus here, so Collier will have an opportunity here for the 1-on-1. Collier is 1 of 2, and with that, actually, he's 2 of 3 from the line, and now a reach-in foul on Collier as KJ Adams drew the contact there. So Naj Collier picks up his second personal foul, and that's the team's 5th. KJ Adams will inbound the basketball as he will get it over to Moat. Moat will calmly dribble the basketball across the timeline here with 1:40 to play here in the first half. Now Mankel trying to work off a screen here by KJ Adams. Drives all the way in, puts up the runner, and the runner is good. Nice looking move there by Cade Mankel as he had an opportunity to drop that ball off down in the post to KJ Adams, but he just went ahead and took it himself with the runner. Had all the time in the world. Good look at the shot there as Montalvo picks up his dribble at the top of the right elbow. Gives it over here to Isaiah Gonzalez. Gonzalez dribbles into the lane. Now kicks it back out to Cantu. Cantu, lots of fancy dribbling in and out of the lane, and he has the turnaround jumper. That shot is no good. Now in transition, KJ over to the right corner here to Mankel. Mankel for 3. Good look. Almost went in, but still short. Salinas now over to Cantu. Cantu in the final minute has the ball picked off, as picking his pocket is Moat. Moat dribbling down the court, stops at the left wing, and now contact here by Cantu as he tries to go for the steal. He reaches in and delivers the foul. Marcus Cantu picks up his second personal foul. Cade Mankel will inbound the basketball just inside 52 seconds as Emilio Herrera checks back into the ball game for Marcus Cantu. Now Mankel with the inbound to KJ. KJ attacking big time on the baseline, elevates and throws down the two-handed jam. KJ Adams with a big time move on the baseline. Not the thunder dunk that everyone was expecting or has become accustomed to, but he's able to get his hands on the rim and at least get the basketball through the hoop. Now 30-17, a 13-point advantage, the largest lead of the night here for the Westlake Chaparrals. Final half minute as Montalvo trying to dribble drive away from the zone defense here. Mankel right on him, and he is in trouble. Mankel trying to poke the basketball away. He loses it, does the young man Montalvo. He gives it up here to Green, who's checked back into the ball game. Green firing it to the corner. That shot no good from the right corner by Salinas. And into the front court goes Westlake, and that ball tipped away. It was last touched by Westlake. So a turnover here in transition for the Chaps. And the final 9 seconds. Now hustling is Herrera as he's checked back into the ball game. Coming across the timeline, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. He drives to the lane, tries to give it up here to Green. He gets the shot off, does Green from the right block, and that'll do it. As Green gets the shot to fall for his first field goal. The Westlake Chaparrals will take an 11-point advantage into the locker room here against Lehman. Here. Isaiah Gonzalez and Jarek Salinas. Westlake will take the opening tip here, or the opening possession, I should say. KJ Adams on the left wing as the Chaps move from left to right, as you picture it in your mind's eye, across the Chap app. Now pass into the paint here as going up strong. KJ Adams picks up right where he left off with the first bucket. Nice pass in the interior there as KJ able to get position and elevate for the easy shot at point-blank range. So with that, KJ has 18 points. It's now a 32-19 clip. Picking up his dribble here is Herrera. A bounce pass over to Cantu. Cantu, as Lehman moves from right to left, gives it over to Naj Collier. Collier trying to make a move into the lane. Puts up the shot. The shot is no good, but he is fouled, and Naj Collier will go to the line to shoot 2. Foul's going to be called on Daniel Villarreal. That's his 3rd personal foul. So a little bit of foul trouble here for Villarreal in the opening moments of the 3rd quarter. First shot is up and good for Collier. He has 9 points now. Second shot is up and good for Collier. He now has 10 points in the ball game, 32-21. An 11-point advantage here for Westlake. Is a lot of contact here by Herrera and Moat, and the foul's going to be called on Herrera. That's his first personal foul. (32-21). Now Mo trying to drive to the lane. He sees an opening, puts up the shot from the right block. That one is no good, but he is fouled as he goes to the floor. Jarek Salinas picks up the personal foul here, and Mo will go to the line to shoot 2. Mo had a 79% free throw shooter here as he gives a couple of dribbles. Eyes his first one, and that one is good. A line drive shot for Mo, and he has 8 points on the night. (33-21), lead up to 12. It's been as high as 13. Mo trying to match it, and he does with his second made free throw. 34-21, 7 minutes to play 3rd quarter. Coming across the timeline here is Isaiah Gonzalez. Gonzalez working it back over to Herrera. Herrera picked up defensively by McManus. They spread out the court. Now get it over to the right wing here to Cantu. Cantu gets it back over to Herrera, trying to find Collier at the top of the arc. Collier trying to drive, cuts through the double team, puts up a wild shot off the high part of the glass. Roy Monroe pulls down the rebound, and a reach-in foul called on Cantu. Marcus Cantu picks up his 3rd personal foul. And that's the team's 3rd foul. So we have a number of fouls called here in the opening moments. And now Montalvo is going to come back into the ball game. He has 2 points, no fouls currently, as he was the spark plug off the bench. In fact, he was the one that scored the first field goal of the ball game for the Lehman Lobos. That sparked a 7-0 run. Now McManus with the basketball, trying to get it into the paint here. KJ Adams now whisks a pass out to Roy Monroe, who gives it up to Ian Moat, who tries the runner off the glass. It's no good, but the tip-in is there for Daniel Villarreal. Villarreal with his first field goal. He has 4 points in the ball game. Now out of control a bit is Herrera. He's able to give the ball back up to Montalvo. Montalvo guarded tightly here by Moat. Trying to crossover move, doesn't have it. Gives it over here to Gonzalez. Gonzalez over to Salinas. Salinas back over to Montalvo. He thinks about a three-pointer now, trying to shake and bake around Moat. Can't do it. Trying to find Herrera in the open clear here at the right wing. That is no good. Herrera trying to dribble his way past Moat, but he has to give the rock up to Gonzalez, who will reset the half-court offense. Over to the right wing now to Montalvo. Montalvo with the left-handed dribble, taking McManus with him here, trying to work his way around. Now dribbles into the lane, picks up his dribble on the left block, trying to lob it back out top. Herrera now driving into the lane, puts up the shot. He is fouled, but it will be a foul on the floor. So Ian Moat picks up his first personal foul. Team's second foul. Now the big lob pass here to Collier. Collier puts up the finger roll. That shot no good. And the rebound foul is called. And it'll be called on Roy Monroe. That is his third personal foul. And he fouled Collier as he went back up for the offensive rebound. So he will have an opportunity to shoot two here. 3 of 4 on the evening here is Collier, and he misses the front end of his two shots. Cade Mankel checking back into the ball game for Rory Monroe as Monroe's picked up his third personal foul. He'll take a seat. Mankel getting the opportunity now as he's had quite a bit of playing time here in this ball game against Lehman. Now a 15-point advantage here. The shot is up, no good. Rebound Daniel Villarreal. So 0 for 2 that trip to the charity stripe. KJ Adams into the front court. Over to the left wing here to McManus. McManus back to KJ. Adams trying to work around a screen. Now the lob into Villarreal. It's almost like a pass over the shoulder, and Villarreal was ready for it. Nice look by KJ Adams, and Villarreal connects. DV with 4 points in the quarter, 38-21. Now back up to a 17-point lead, and it is the largest lead of the evening here with 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Over the right wing to Herrera. Herrera trying to work around a screen by Collier, now trying to lob it into Collier, and that pass tipped away, last touched by Westlake. Good defense there by the Shaps, as it will be Lehman basketball. Salinas will inbound it underneath his own basket, as a catch and shoot opportunity wasted there by Herrera in the corner as they want to reset the offense. Now trying to dribble drive is Montalvo. Montalvo hands it off to Salinas. Behind the back dribble, comes up here at the top of the arc. Now drives inside the free throw line, puts up the shot, does not catch iron. Rebound Westlake. McManus into the front court. Back over to KJ Adams, trying to work around a Villarreal screen, and now fouled away from the basketball as Cade Mankel launches up a three, but the foul occurred before the shot. Oscar Montalvo's whistled for the foul away from the basketball, his first personal foul. 17-point advantage here, and now Villarreal is going to check out. In place is Preston Clark, the sophomore, checks back in. Ripping a pass to the right corner here to KJ Adams is Moat. KJ with another baseball pass to Cade Mankel. Thought about a sharp shooting three-point shot there from the left wing, but Mankel backs out. Good defense there by Salinas. Now over to the right wing to McManus. McManus trying to move around a Clark screen. Gets it up to the top of the arc. Long three-point shot for KJ Adams. That shot no good. Herrera with the rebound. Trying to beat the transition. Can't do it as Herrera is guarded tightly here by Moat. Now foul is coming across the timeline quickly. And Ian Moat picks up his second personal foul. A reach-in foul on Montalvo, or make that Herrera rather. And it'll be Lehman basketball to inbound. Looks like we're going to get Dante Davis back into the ball game. Davis with 2 points. He'll check in for Collier, who leads all scorers for the Lehman Lobos with 10. Quick pass here to Montalvo, top of the arc. He'll just go ahead and fire up a three-point shot. That one misses everything but the net. So an air ball there will go out of bounds and turn it over to Westlake. Westlake with the 17-point advantage with 4 minutes to play straight up in the third quarter. Adams will bring the basketball across the timeline. He'll hand it off to Moat. Moat back over to KJ. KJ driving in the lane, puts up the shot. It's altered. He's fouled, and the shot is good. He'll have an opportunity for another and one. Beautiful job there by KJ, just willing his way to the basketball. So Dante Davis picks up his first personal foul. Diego Schleppe is checked in from McManus. And we will see Marcus Cantu check back into the ball game, this time for Emilio Herrera. 40-21, a 19-point advantage, and KJ trying to make it 20 points even with this and one shot, and it's good. So Adams picks up the and one, 5 points in the quarter, 21 overall, and the Chaparrals lead by 20. Lehman now in the person of Gonzalez trying to work around Mankel. Oh, here's a steal by Moat, and Moat's going to be fouled in the process. Good looking job there defensively for Moat. And Marcus Cantu picks up his 4th personal foul after checking back into the ball game, and that's with 3:39 remaining in the third quarter, and he'll have to come out. And immediately Emilio Herrera checks back into the ball game. Another possession here as Diego Schleppe will dribble across the timeline, gets it over to Mankel. Mankel on the left wing, back up to KJ Adams. Adams rifles a pass down low to Preston Clark, who has the ball blocked by Salinas, who came up behind him and ripped the basketball away and whisked it out of bounds. So it will be Westlake basketball. Moat to inbound here. Good look by KJ down low to Preston. Just did not have the real estate. Now Schleppe gets the catch from Mankel on the inbound pass from KJ Adams. Back over to Mankel. Mankel trying to lob it down low. KJ finds the open man. That's E.A. Moat on the right wing. That one is no good from three-point land. Loose ball fought for here. And now Lehman comes up with it. Montalvo into the front court. Trying to take everybody on. Dishes it over here to Herrera. Herrera going baseline. That layup no good. Schleppe with the rebound. He pulls it down. Rolls right by Herrera. Schleppe now finds Mankel on the corner, who steps into the baseline, gives it up to Schleppe. Schleppe looking for the open man. That's Moat. Moat now goes down low from the left wing, and getting an opportunity here is KJ Adams. He leaps as he's fouled and somehow uses his elevation to connect with the basket. It goes in off the glass, and KJ Adams goes to the line yet again for an and one opportunity. So Blake Nielsen has checked into the ball game here, the 6'2 junior guard. He has checked in for Ian Moat. KJ puts up the and one. That shot no good, but Mankel pulls down the offensive rebound. KJ with 7 points here, as he has 23 in the game. Now gets the ball back down on the baseline, puts up the shot against Salinas, and it is good. So KJ getting 2 field goals, that one trip down the floor after his and one shot was recovered by Mankel on the offensive glass. KJ getting another shot. He now has 25 points, and a timeout's been called on the floor. We'll take it as well. Back in a moment. This is Westlake basketball.
I think they're 23-1.
Welcome back to live coverage of Westlake basketball. Emilio Herrera into the front court here. A 24-point advantage for the Westlake Chaparrals. They lead 45-21 over Lehman. Good ball movement here from Gonzalez down low to Dante Davis, who picks up his first field goal of the second half. He has 4 points. Now back to a 22-point advantage here for Westlake. KJ Adams leading the way with 25 points. Now Blake Nielsen kicks it over here to the right corner to KJ. KJ finds Schleppe with a no-look pass in the left wing, and that one rattles everything but does not fall for Schleppe. He was close to his second three-pointer, and that one just rolled out. Here's Salinas with a chance at a three-point shot. That one altered, and the ball is last touched by Davis. That shot was actually blocked. It looked like Salinas had actually pulled up and maybe tried to pass the ball, but nonetheless, it still trickles out of bounds. They're going to say it was last touched by Westlake. Here's the lob pass to Davis. Davis with a baby hook shot, and that one just falls for Davis' second bucket here in the third quarter. He now has 6. Roy Monroe is checked back in the ball game here for KJ Adams. 45-25, a 20-point advantage here for Westlake. It's been as high as 25. Mankel dishes off to Roy Monroe, who drives down on the baseline, puts up the shot, and it is good off the glass. Rory on the board here from the field in the third quarter. He has 2 points, 47-25, 22-point advantage. Here's Davis giving it up to Salinas. Salinas trying to work through a screen, stops and pops from the right elbow, and that shot is good for Salinas, just his second bucket of the game. That young man comes in averaging 20 points a ball game. He has 5. And only 2 field goals made. Monroe trying to drive to the lane. Picks up his dribble momentarily, but a foul is called as he tries to dish the ball off. We'll have to see who the foul is on.
Number 11, Jared Salinas.
So Salinas picks up his 4th personal foul, as Monroe will go to the line here to shoot the front end of the 1-and-1, as 18 fouls have been eclipsed here. So Salinas will check out, and that will bring in Naj Collier. All right, check that. It will actually bring in William Green. Monroe with the 1-and-1, and he hits the front end of that 1-and-1, does Rory. Now 3 points in the ball game and 3 points in the quarter. 48-27. A 21-point advantage here for Westlake with 1:02 to play here in the third quarter. Joe Taylor joining you courtside here at Albany Court. Second free throw, no good. Rebound fought for here by Green. He gets it out for Lehman and delivers the basketball here to Montalvo. Montalvo across the timeline here to Emilio Herrera. Cantu on the bench with 4 points. Now Montalvo rises up for a three-pointer here from the left wing. That one no good. Nielsen pulls down the loose ball rebound over to Mankel. Mankel into the front court here right in front of the broadcast table. 48-27. Mankel looking at the top of the arc to Preston Clark. Clark hands it off to Monroe. Monroe with the left-handed dribble gets it over to left wing to Nielsen. Nielsen will reset. Blake trying to make things happen here at the top of the arc. Gets it over to Schleppe. Good ball movement here to Roy Monroe on the left wing. Now Clark left alone at the top of the arc. Couple of dribbles and the sophomore picks up his dribble. Gets it over to Mankel. Mankel driving in. Had a shot but dished it off to Roy Monroe who's going baseline. The reverse layup. Too strong. Rebound Lehman. And here's Montalvo. Montalvo trying to get by Mankel. Can't do it. Good job defensively getting back on defense for Westlake. Final 7 seconds here of the third quarter, and Montalvo trying to take the last shot. He drives in, picks up his dribble. Now looking at 1 second. Davis is going to let the time expire before he gets a shot off. He turns around and makes the shot, but it is well after the buzzer. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Westlake with a huge advantage now of 21 points as they lead 48-27 after 3 quarters of play. Back in a moment, this is Westlake basketball. We welcome you back to the fourth quarter. Westlake 48, Lehman 27. Joe Taylor joining you live here from Albany Court on the campus of Westlake High School. Now Emilio Herrera trying to dribble drive around Cade Mankel into the teeth of the defense. Gives it up here to Naj Collier. Collier right at point blank range. Puts up the left-handed shot. That one no good. As Diego Schleppe now with the basketball tries to set the offense up. 30 seconds into the fourth quarter. The starting 4 kind of waiting to get back on the court. Here's Preston Clark. Clark gets it over to Monroe. Monroe coming off a screen. Good looking shot for a three-pointer, and Rory Monroe delivers. Silky smooth shot right there, and Rory has 6 points in the ball game, all here in the second half. Now looking for the screen by Collier. Here's Montalvo trying to drive by the zone defense here. Preston Clark picks him up, and now the switch. Now Collier trying to drive wildly into the lane to put up the shot. The foul is called on Preston Clark. That's Preston's third, and now a line change here as Clark, Mankel, Nielsen, and Schleppe will check out. Moat, Villarreal, KJ Adams, and McManus back into the ballgame. And now good defense here on the inbound. Poking it away is KJ Adams. Adams with the punch over to Moat. Moat finds Roy Monroe, puts up the shot. The shot is good, and he is fouled from behind. Roy, again, paying attention there to his lower left shoe, but he is able to convert. So Roy erupting here in the second half. That's the 9th team foul, so Rory will go to the line to try to shoot the and one here. 53-27 as Monroe looks to add the extra point, and he does. He has 6 points here in the quarter, 9 points in the ball game, all in the second half, 54-27. It's a 27-point advantage right now for the Westlake Chaparrals, and that matches the largest lead of the night. Now Monroe with a steal. Rory feeling it here in the second half. Goes up strong, draws the foul. The shot is no good, but Rory will go to the line. So Naj Collier picks up the third personal foul, and Rory will head to the line to shoot 2, where he is a 70% free throw shooter. And he is now 3 of 4 as he drills his first free throw attempt. Now Salinas checking back into the ball game here as William Green checks out. Emilio Herrera has checked back into the ball game as well. 55-27. And Rory looking to eyeball this. His second shot rattles home. So Rory with a heck of a fourth quarter in the opening 2.5 minutes. Now a lob pass from Herrera over to Gonzalez, who's checked back into the ball game. Gonzalez with the left-handed dribble, trying to get by the defense of Roy Monroe. Can't do it as he backs out. Now trying to find Naj Collier at the top of the arc. The ball poked away by Rory Monroe. Leads to Daniel Villarreal. Villarreal to Monroe. Monroe over to KJ Adams, who elevates beyond the lane, comes in with two hands, and slams it home. Oh, the steal started by Monroe, then to DV, then to KJ. Now the transition opportunity for Cantu on the other end is altered by KJ Adams' defense. Now another transition bucket opportunity here. KJ feeds Rory Monroe. That shot no good. The tip in not there for McManus, and Lehman pulls down the rebound. So Lehman now in control of the basketball as they come across the timeline. Over to the left wing here to Salinas. Salinas dribble driving by Monroe. Stops, pops from 8 feet away. That one no good. Rebound poked by McManus and over to Villarreal. DV with the possession of the basketball across the timeline. Now gets it over to the right corner to KJ. KJ driving in, scoring with ease as KJ Adams has 2 big buckets in the opening possessions of the fourth quarter, and a timeout's been called. We will take it as well. It is now 60-37, a 33-point advantage for Westlake. Just a 30-second timeout as Jaden Greathouse is checked into the ball game, and he will get his opening moments of play here, and 5:25 to play in the ball game. Now Cantu trying to dribble drive around Moat. Now he puts up the shot. Floater is no good. Shot altered there by the good defense down low by Moat. Moat now in transition to DV. Villarreal puts up the shot. That shot good. Good looking transition offense there as Villarreal adds his first fourth quarter bucket. He has 8 in the game. Now good little ball movement here as Collier goes up for the slam dunk on the baseline, has it swatted away by KJ Adams. Getting it back is Lehman as Gonzalez goes right back to Collier. Collier goes up for the shot, but he is fouled. Foul's going to be called on KJ. That's KJ's second personal foul, and Collier will go to the line to shoot 2. He has made 2 free throws in the second half after having 8 in the first half.
Oh, you did.
He delivers on a free throw here. Collier will have a second shot as Blake Nielsen is checked into the ball game, and as has Ian Gearing, the 6'2 senior guard. 62-28 as Collier adds his second free throw, and that one is good. So 4 points for him in the half, but all of them from the charity stripe. Bringing up the basketball is Jaden Greathouse. Greathouse across the timeline, gives it up to Blake Nielsen. Nielsen trying to work around a DV screen, can't do it, picks up his dribble at the top of the arc, looking for KJ Adams. Adams trying to spin around Collier, driving in, puts up the 18-footer. That one is no good on the fadeaway, and Salinas comes down with the rebound. 62-29. Now Herrera trying to get it into the front court as quickly as possible to Cantu. Cross-court pass here for Salinas. Salinas fires up the NBA range 3, but a foul away from the basketball. So KJ Adams picks up his third personal foul, and this is going to bring in a reserve here for KJ. Adams will take a seat, and it will give way to the 6'2 junior guard, Alex Gilbreth. First free throw is up and good for Naj Collier. So Collier with a barrage of free throw opportunities here in the second half, and that's pretty much where the bulk of his points have come from. Second free throw is up and good as he makes the front end of the 1-and-1 and buries the second one. 6 points in the half, all from the charity stripe, 14 in the ball game to lead the Lehman Lobos, who have 31 points. Here's Gilbreth trying to lob it down low as Daniel Villarreal gets away from his man and scores the easy bucket. Nice job there on the spacing defensively, and the lob pass from Gilbreth to DV. And now trying to dribble drive his way to the hole is Herrera, and as he drove by his man, setting the screen was Collier. Collier took the heat, and the foul's going to be called on Jaden Greathouse. That's his first personal foul. Christian Harrelson is checked into the ball game for Daniel Villarreal, the 6'7" senior post player. As Collier once again will go to the line, this time to shoot the 1-and-1. First shot is up and no good. Rebound Westlake as Gilbreth comes away with it. Gets it over to Jaden Greathouse, who spins away from the steal. Greathouse now fires over to Gilbreth. Gilbreth has his pass altered and poked out of bounds over the Westlake bench. Good job there by Isaiah Gonzalez. Nielsen has to chase down the basketball all the way across the the hallway there between the visitor stands and the side entrance. Gearing will inbound to Jaden Greathouse. So it's Gearing, Gilbreth, along with Greathouse, Christian Harrelson, and Blake Nielsen. So a true bench on the floor here for Westlake for the final 4 minutes of regulation. 64-31, and now the pass down low to Harrelson. And there's a whistle away from the basketball, and the foul's going to be called on Marcus Cantu, and that will do it. That's his 5th personal foul, and he is fouled out of the ball game. That'll give way to Oscar Montalvo, who has 1 personal foul, so it'll be Montalvo's game for the rest of the way as Harrelson steps to the line to shoot the double bonus. Harrelson's first shot is good, so Christian on the board here with his first points. 6'7" big man. Pretty decent shot here. Overhead free throw is good for Harrelson, and he makes good on his 2 opportunities here. Chaps lead 66-31. It is now a 35-point advantage for Westlake, largest lead of the evening. Now Montalvo driving wildly into the lane, gets it back out to Collier. Collier over to Gonzalez. Cross-court pass to the left wing here to Herrera. Herrera trying to dribble right by Jaden Greathouse. He beat him off the dribble, puts up the shot on the scoop, and it is good for Herrera. So Herrera gets his first field goal here. Now on the corner, Gearing with an opportunity to shoot a long 3. That one no good. Now here's Herrera in the open court. Herrera loses the basketball. Gearing picks it up. Nice steal there for Westlake as he comes across the timeline. He fires it over to Alex Gilbreth, and Gilbreth took too many steps with the basketball to try to back up to the 3-point line. He thought about shooting the 3, but Gilbreth got ahead of himself there as he took too many steps with the basketball. So a 33-point advantage here. It is 66-33 with 3 minutes to play here. Montalvo dribbles across the timeline, picked up there. Good pass deflection there by Gearing. Gearing gives it up to Greathouse. Greathouse with the steal. That shot is going to be goaltending on Collier, so that will count for Jaden Greathouse. He picks up his first field goal, so it is 68-33 as Nielsen checks out. Getting our first look at Davis Robertson, the 6'3" junior guard. Now for 3 points. Montalvo rises up from the left wing. That one is no good. Gilbreth with the rebound, but a reach-in foul, a swat by Herrera. So Herrera picks up his 2nd personal foul. Actually make that his 3rd personal foul. And Westlake obviously into the double bonus as Gilbreth will have an opportunity here from the free throw line. Gilbreth drills the first one.
In for number 5, Christian Chambers.
Again, you heard Christian Chambers being announced, a 5'10" senior point guard. He is into the ball game now as Gilbreth looking to add his 2nd free throw. That one is good. 70-33 now, a 37-point advantage, the largest lead of the night for Westlake. Over to the left wing now, across the timeline. Now Collier. Collier gets it from Salinas. Now back out to the left wing here to Chambers. Chambers now over to Salinas. Salinas trying to make a move around Collier's screen. Elevates from 3-point land. And that one an air ball that goes out of bounds. 2:23 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Westlake with a 70-33 lead. William Green's going to check back into the ball game here for Lehman, and he will replace Salinas. And Beatric just kind of pulling his leading scorer here for the final 2 minutes and 22 seconds. Greathouse with the inbound will take the basketball across the timeline here on the right side of the court. Looking to work his way down low to Harrelson, and Harrelson puts up the strong move to the hoop, but the offensive foul called on the big man. Good position there down low as Naj Collier hit the deck as he kind of came down in the low block and established his presence there with the shoulder. Collier was in position to hit the deck. So he picks up the offensive foul. 19 team fouls here in the second half. Final 2 minutes here is now Collier trying to dribble drive through the defense here. Loses his footing, loses the basketball, but a foul whistled nonetheless, and Collier will once again go to the line. So Harrelson picks up his 2nd personal foul in as many trips down the floor. Had one on the defensive side and now one on the offensive side and now one on the defensive side. And Collier again getting some really good free throw work here as he adds yet another to his resume here. He missed the last front end of the 1-and-1. Into the ball game now for the Lehman Lobos is Michael Irizarry, 5'10" junior shooting guard. 2nd shot is up and no good for Collier. Gilbreth with the rebound. Gets it over to Jaden Greathouse, who loses the handle on the basketball, but now he's got it. Coming across the timeline here. Final 2 minutes to play. Greathouse trying to make a move. Gets it over to Gilbreth, who spots up for a 3-point shot. That one no good off the back iron. Rebound Montalvo for Lehman. Lehman across the timeline here. Jaden Greathouse will pick up a blocking foul as he tries to leap in front of him to establish position. Greathouse draws the contact. And that's Greathouse's second personal foul. He has 2 points in the ball game, does Jaden. And now someone other than Naj Collier will head to the line to shoot 2. It'll be Oscar Montalvo, his first trip to the charity stripe, and he drills the first of 2 shots. Both teams in the double bonus, so when a foul is called, both teams will head to the free throw line. Second shot is up and no good. The rebound fought for and tipped out of bounds by Westlake, so Lehman will keep possession as they will inbound underneath their own basket in the person of Montalvo. Montalvo trying to launch the basketball into play, gets it over to Chambers, now over to the left wing, now elevating for a long NBA three-point shot. That's Michael Irizarry, and that shot is no good. Now Robertson gets it over to Greathouse. Greathouse into the lane. Down to the left elbow, out to the left wing here to Gilbert. Now over to Gearing in the corner. Now Robertson has a chance to attack the hole. Picks up his dribble, gets it out to Harrelson. Harrelson with a three-point shot. Who banks it in? You gotta call that. Oh wow, what a shot by Christian Harrelson as he banks in the 3. Now on the other end, dribble driving is Montalvo. Montalvo puts up the shot. That's no good, but Green right there with the putback. Green picks up his first bucket here in the fourth quarter of the second half. He has 4 points. Greathouse gets it out to Gearing. Gearing drawing out Chambers defensively. Final minute to play here. Westlake leading 73-37. Harrelson with a turnaround baby hook shot. That one no good, but he follows his own shot, and he steps on the baseline as he tries to chase down the loose ball and turns the basketball over. But Harrelson still with a mini grin on his face for banking in that shot. A contested 3 from the right wing, and he somehow got it to fall as he went glass. Now here's Montalvo getting it over to Chambers. Chambers trying to shake Jaden Greathouse, gets it over to Collier. Collier working his way through the lane, puts up the reverse layup with the right hand. That one no good. Now in transition, Jaden Greathouse finds Gearing, and Gearing scores his first bucket of the ball game here in the fourth quarter as he was able to get loose behind the defense. Now Montalvo's pocket picked. It's a 2-on-1 break, and it looks like Robert Lucero is going to call off the dogs here and dribble out this basketball. Chambers will give chase to Jaden Greathouse, who is hanging out near the logo at midcourt. He'll let the time expire here, and Westlake is going to move on to a perfect 8-0 record here in district play. They add their 24th win in 2019-2020, and the defending district champs continue their efforts here. They'll have a week off as they will not be back in action until the Lake Travis game on January 28th at Lake Travis. That game scheduled for a 7:30 tip